the statement, and you've made it in the past, that they would not have come without the abatements. And you base that on the fact that that's what they said to you. We won't come without the abatements. I say it's time to test the water. If you never tell them no, how do you know they wouldn't have come without the abatements?
Well, because they told me if they didn't have the abatements for Millville, they were going to go to blind.
I would expect them to say that.
Yeah. Well,
Because they were playing the game that Millville and Vineland plays all the time.
That's right.
When they come to Jim Quinn, he should say as the mayor, you've already been in discussion with Vineland, we're not going to talk to you. And if they come to Millville, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying don't let them play you because that's what they're doing. They come to you, they look for a deal, they go to Vineland and say, this is what he offered us, okay, we'll up the ante. Then they come back to you and say, hey, they upped the ante. What's your best deal now?
Well, and you know, you make a really good point because that is true. Don and I deal with that all the time, you know, trying to get them. Obviously, what we have to offer to try to attract a business is tougher for us, Bob, because as Emma pointed out, we've talked about, Vineland has hundreds of millions of dollars. They have over $100 million just in second generation revolving loan program.
But sir, with all due respect, you had something they don't have. You had Route 47 and 55 intersect where they're at. No. Where they have it at is on the other end of their town. You had it at a prime location. And Sonic is asking for a tax abatement. Do you realize that everywhere you have a Target, you have a Sonic?
No.
They go where Target is.
I see the Targets. I've never seen it.
That's what they do. They go where they're at.
In the state of New Jersey, I've been 5 or 6 Targets.
And it's just like Lowe's and Home Depot. You find one, you find the other. We've never told them no. Try telling them no one time and see what happens. Test the water.
Well, here's an example. In fact, former Mayor Van Hook left. One of the biggest disappointments I had was when I got elected. Emil had done some good legwork, had Home Depot all set up, even had signed Home Depot coming to Millville. And you know what? We lost them to Vineland in the meantime. And I felt terrible because that was a $30 million, whatever the rateable was. And what made it twice as bad was the sales tax went to Vineland for the Home Depot. So we had a double whammy. We had a double loss. So I was thrilled eventually. Don and I were able to get Lowe's to come to make up for the loss of Home Depot. So it isn't quite, I mean, I have to sit, and I know what we go through every day trying to attract people. And it's not just Vineland. We've had, Don can tell you, Pennsylvania, New York State, people come and they're looking all over for the best possible deal, and they're looking for everything you could possibly give them because other people are giving those. I talked to Bob Romano today, who's one of my best friends. They're not about to give up their abatements. They're not about to give that up. And we can't give it up, especially in these times, you know, as it may be. So, you know, you may be right about maybe some of them snookered me, but you know what? When I first got elected, the tax rateable base for the city of Millville was about $670 million. I know we've had revals and all that, but where are we now? $1.2 billion, $1.3 billion?
Just under 1.6.
1.6. We more than doubled our ratables. Now, some of that was because of the new assessment. I'm not going to say we just did it on our own. But my goodness, look at the shopping center and the UEZ monies that that's bringing in now that we didn't have before. All we had was Walmart. You know,
but I'm trying to figure out, as the other taxpayers, how that's benefited us because our taxes went up and our debt has escalated it soared off the scale. And yet we say we have all these rates.
Bob, you keep saying the taxes went up, but the last 2 years the municipal rate has been 113. So
and the county rate, we blame the county. We stick the finger at the county. But we're creating what's happening at the county by giving the abatements.
No, we're not.
It's being spread.
No, we're not. I think we need to clear that up, Mr. McCarthy. Could you please give her, because a statement's being made, and I think it's an incorrect statement.
It absolutely is an incorrect statement.
Would you please correct that?
That's been analyzed by the tax assessor, and I analyzed it as well. The tax abatements, it's like the tail wagging the dog. The amount of money that's in assessments for tax abatements is such a small proportion of the total assessed value of our real estate. And it has a very small effect on the county tax rate. The county tax rate is increasing because of the increase in county government and because of the increase in their surplus to $17 million. That's why it's increasing, regardless of what the freeholders have to say about it. They've been raising county taxes for the last 5 years.
Well, I find it interesting that we continue to blame the county